Here's my review of The Boys. I know I'm really late to the party on this, but I just got around to watching the first season, and it was really good. It's a really nice satire on not only superheroes, but also just kind of like our kind of like society and like, because in this world, in this show, superheroes are kind of like seen as almost like celebrities. And there's a lot of like parodies with it, whether they're being used as like advertisements with a ton of that. But basically, this show, we follow Huey, who's just a normal character. He's just a normal human. And his girlfriend gets killed by a A-Train, who has super speed. And then then the other character, Billy Butcher, who's kind of like against Soups. He kind of like teams up with him to kind of show him what superheroes are really like in this world and that they're not really that heroic and that they don't really care about people. So we're kind of seeing this crazy world of superheroes through the eyes um of Huey. And the villain of this is Homelander, and he's honestly one of the best villains I think on TV right now. And because this is a show, it gives a lot of time for development for all these characters because it's an hour long show and there's eight episodes, so we get a lot of development with each character, and we also get to see kind of like the things that characters have to go with, and because this is kind of a parody of like modern culture, you kind of get to see both the good parts and the bad parts. And another really important character is Starlight, who is basically a character who's trying to get into the Seven, which is their kind of like Justice League, their kind of superhero team. And then she kind of like figures out that it's not as good as she thought it would be, and that it's actually like pretty dark. And this show is really dark. This is a very gory show. It's very adult, which is really refreshing for because a lot of the superhero shows and movies nowadays are PG-13. And I thought this was just a really fun show. I know I'm late to the party on this, but this is just my review of season one. But we also get to see this thing called Compound V, where, spoilers if you haven't seen it, where we find out that this is how a lot of the superheroes get their powers. And it's a really fun show, and with the parodies of both like modern superhero movies and just modern just culture, it's really fun. And we also see how Homelander has a son, so I'll see how that goes in season two. But I really enjoyed it. If you really like, I don't even really think you have to like superheroes to watch this show because it just feels so different, and they're not really even superheroes, and it's just a really good show with some really dramatic moments, especially with Homelander. But yeah, top three characters, Huey, Billy, and Homelander. But yeah, it's a really good show. I would definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it already, but you probably have.